Let's talk Tanya for the 16th day of the second Adar. In yesterday's Tanya, we explained that Adar II, making this world into home for God, which is ultimately completing the original intention for why God created everything, is accomplished through every single Jewish person doing mitzvahs, because it is a collective effort of all the Jewish people. When every single one of us does a mitzvah, does all the mitzvahs, so we are thereby elevating our animal soul. When all the Jewish people together do all the mitzvahs, so then we're elevating the collective animal soul of all the Jewish people. And then what happens is, when we elevate the collective animal soul of all the Jewish people, automatically the whole collective kelipah, the whole collective power of impurity here in this world becomes elevated. That's a statement the Alter Rebbe makes in today's Tanya. How that works, how is it that when we elevate collectively our animal souls, that elevates the general forces of kelipah in the world? That will explain, God willing, in the Tanya of 2 days from now. But for now, we'll accept that on faith. We elevate our collective animal soul that elevates the collective kelipah. Now, the problem is that even if we elevate the kelipah, the collective kelipah again is the more benign form of kelipah. There is still the gimel kelipahs, the three utterly impure and banned and forbidden kelipahs, powers of unholiness. How are they being elevated? And when we're making Adar II, this whole world has to be hospitable to God. And what are we doing about the gimel kelipahs? We don't interact with them because we don't use them, because we're supposed to abstain and stay away from them. So the Rebbe explains that we know that ultimately everything receives its energy from God. There is no other power. There is no other energy source other than God. This is something which separates Judaism from lahavdil other religions. Other religions believe that there's God and there are forces that counter God. But else we know the only force is God. And if kelipah has energy, it's because it receives it from godliness, from holiness. However, gimel kelipahs, those completely impure kelipahs, they are so removed from holiness that they cannot receive their energy directly from kedusha, from holiness, from God. Rather, there is the intermediary, there's the middleman. The middleman over here is kelipah, that benign level of kelipah. So, kelipah receives its energy from godliness, from holiness, and in turn, it feeds and it nourishes the lower level of kelipah. So when Mashiach comes, when we elevate the middleman, we elevate kelipah, and now all kelipah becomes holy, what we've effectively done is we cut off the supply of energy to the gimel kelipahs, and it automatically disappears. So kelipah becomes elevated, and gimel kelipahs will be eliminated and will disappear when Mashiach comes. Okay, we're still have a ways to go in terms of our journey, figuring out how it is, how this dynamic works. We elevate ourselves, that elevates the collective kelipah on the whole world, and we'll continue in Mir Hashem, God willing, in this journey in tomorrow's Tanya.